Now, let's see if we get lucky. We'll make an intro video to this game. Give us the legendary that we want. Now, we currently have McCarthy and we have Freya, so we got super lucky. Ooh! What's going on, everybody? It's Childish. We're back at it again, coming at you with a brand new RPG called Elune by Gamevil. Now, if you guys haven't heard, this game actually dropped last week, so we've been taking some time on the side to test it out and see if it actually lives up to the hype. Now, I can honestly say after 7 days, I'm officially hooked, and I'm going to continue to play this game. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 reasons why I stuck to Elune, and hopefully, after you watch this video, you will enjoy it just as much as I did. Now, the first thing is definitely going to get you. This has to be the number one thing. Honestly, if this doesn't work for you, you need to stop the video and move to the next one, okay? When it comes to hero collector RPGs, most of you guys are already going to know what I say, right? The time investment in these types of games is simply outrageous. From creating your 5-character team, right, to evolving them, to gearing them up so you can take on the toughest of stages, the amount of time that you have to spend on the side is basically just out of reach, right? So luckily enough for us, when it comes to this game, if you have the energy resource saved up, as you see what I do, right? I have 543 energy. Please don't judge me. I know I need to manage it a little bit more efficiently, but I just want to kind of show you what I'm talking about here. Basically, you can go to a stage and have the option to go ahead and click this repeat battle and honestly keep it going until your energy runs out. Of course, you've got a couple of options to go ahead and stop it if you wanted to do that, prior to, but basically, guys, there is no auto times 10 or auto times 20. It literally is auto until you run out of energy. So this is going to be really, really nice to take some time on the side if you need to level up certain characters or complete some quests so that you don't have to spend so much time in front of your phone, yeah? The next thing that I want to hit up here, and this one is pretty cool. This is something that's gonna kind of throw you off guard here. You're probably not gonna think it's too important, but I actually think it is because the last 5 years of Gacha games have been all the same. Now, in this game, there are literally no elements, just 5 specific class types. Now, the 5 class types are gonna be the tank class, we got the DPS class, the healer, the support, and the debuffer class. So obviously, this is gonna be way, way different than some of the Gacha games that you've probably been playing in the past. Most of them have all these types of classes, but also have elements that you gotta tie it to. So even on top of creating those synergistic teams and creating some kind of strategy in between your 5 units, you also have to think about the element so that you can take on or bring you the element to advantage force whatever boss or whatever player you're fighting in PvP. Now, the cool thing about this one is that since there is no elemental advantage or disadvantage, you simply focus on those 5 collateral types and creating a very, very synergistic team in order to take some of the toughest bosses this game has to offer. Now, if you take a look right here, we actually got a couple of cool things that are going on. We have the option of a front line and a back line, and as you can see, we actually get specific bonuses depending on which units we have out there available. So if you take a look at my bottom right, we got a healer, DPS, and support class, but on the top I have my debuffer class, McCarty, but I also have another support class, so I'm not able to get that bonus. However, if you take a look right below it, we got this tank DPS, or sorry, the tank logo. So if I go to my team here and I want to go ahead and look for a tank that I want to use, if I put them in there, switch them out for it, you will now see that I get a little bit of a bonus to help me out for some of those tough stages. Now, obviously, guys, when you first get into this game, you're going to be able to clear a lot of the content early on with a little too much ease, but you can kind of already see some of the cool little mechanics that this game has brought into you so that you can definitely min-max and make sure that you can get the most out of your team strategy, okay? Now, the next thing I want to hit up here is gonna be fusion. Now, when it comes to a lot of different Gacha games, I think quite a handful of them actually have a fusion aspect, but I think fusion in this game is way more important than you guys can imagine because, when you first get started, you get your free characters, you do a little bit of summoning, you start working on your core characters, right? And then afterwards you got all these other units that you're not using. Like, what do you go ahead and do with them, right? In this game, we're going to be able to take our max level Elunes of the same tier and pair them up so that we can create a new unit that's actually going to be a tier above what we currently started with. So as you can see right here, we're going to use a 3-star rare unit. We'll use a tank right from the start, and then once you get one in there, it's going to actually show you what you have available in order for you to go ahead and fuse. So I'm going to pick this other tank that I'm not going to take advantage of because I'm actually looking at a different unit, which we're going to be talking about in a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and fuse these two and hopefully try to get ourselves a really, really nice 4-star. So let's go ahead and see what we pop out, but I'm not going to click it just yet because I want to show you guys the beauty of this game, the animation from top to bottom when it comes to the gameplay, the summoning. It's simply crazy. I mean, I really, really enjoy just taking a look at it. So let's take a look at what we got. Now, Hong, I don't believe I have this one, so I'm going to be holding on to this one. But honestly, if I didn't, this could be another unit that I'm going to go ahead and level up and pair it with another epic 4-star unit in order for me to get myself a 5-star unit. That's what I'm saying. You can go from 3-star to 4-star, 4-star to 5-star, and through this summons, you actually have a 1% chance to get yourself a legendary hero. So this is really, really cool because obviously there's a lot of units in the game. I believe over 200 units when this game launched. So obviously there's only going to be a few that we're going to be focusing on early on. So having the opportunity to fuse the ones that we're not going to use for a better unit, or probably one that would pair well with some of the other ones we're working on, is going to be really, really cool. Now, the next thing that I want to showcase here is going to be the Elune points. Now, this is something that's pretty cool as well. It actually keeps track of the amount of fusions you do, and once you get to the end of this gauge, you're going to be able to get yourself a guaranteed unit from the to the next tier, right? So once we get a complete rare, we're going to be able to get a guaranteed epic, and then once you have completed the epic one, have 60 epic fusions, we're going to be able to get ourselves a 5-star legendary unit, which is really, really cool considering how hard it can be to get some of these super rare units. Okay, now the next thing that I want to talk about is actually one of the reasons why I'm pushing some of these units aside to go ahead and fuse. It has to be what we call the infinity system. Now, the infinity system is not something that you're going to see when you first get started in the game, and it looks like the time, or as far as the day, just reset here, so we're getting some free rewards, right? So the infinity system is actually something that we're going to be taking advantage of once we get into the hard mode. If you guys see right here, we're going to hop into the first stage of Astoria, and we're currently on the normal mode. But if we go ahead and click this right here, after we've cleared 1-1 through 110 already, we're going to have the option to take on this hard stage. Now, you'll see right now we got a couple of quests open here. Generally, I believe there's 2 quests for every island that you could take advantage of, and these reset once every 8 hours. Now, you're going to get an opportunity to click on it, and if you actually, we can actually take a look at it from the side here so you guys can see what's going on. The infinity system is essentially a way of you being able to connect with the NPC at hand, and once you do those quests, you're going to be able to collect a little bit of infinity points, and the more infinity you have, the more in tune you are with this unit. And as you can see, as you continuously level up your character, you're going to be able to collect some really, really good rewards that are going to help you in the early to mid part of this progression, early to mid progression of this game. Okay, now what I really, really enjoy about this is not only do we get these free rewards here, but as you guys can see, if we actually max this out to the end, you will notice that we'll be able to get a 3-star copy of this unit. So as you guys can see, I'm currently working on Owen right now. Owen is actually one of the better 4-star tanks out there. So right now, when it comes to my lineup, you already saw with the units that I already showcased, I have some decent support, healer, debuffer, and DPS units here. But when it comes to tanks, I really don't have a good option right now. So that's what we're going to be working on. In addition to this one, I think I'm looking at Kai, who's also a single target DPS unit, a really good unit at that. So between these two, these are going to be keeping me busy, and basically with regards to the rewards or the quest line, being able to finish this quest, we're going to be getting some items that we're basically going to be feeding into these units in order to get ourselves EXP for the infinity bar. So it's just another way of collecting a couple of free rewards out there for some of you guys that are free to play and are looking to get a jump on this game. Now, the next thing that I want to hit up is going to be the lab. Now, I cannot remember any game that I played that has allowed you to go ahead and craft your skill ups, right? And you guys already know, if you've been following me for quite some time, when it comes to units that we decide to build, we decide to judge, we're really too quick to kind of call this one good or call this one bad. But honestly, until we skill it up, until we max skill it, we're really not going to see the true potential of it, right? So the cool thing about this is that we have the opportunity to go ahead and create our skill books for specific classes. And not only that, after we craft them, we actually have the chance to go ahead and fuse them for the higher grade if we have a specific amount here. So I'm going to go ahead and show you right now this epic book. Right now, you can see that we have 12 out of the 10 pieces. So if we select the materials and use these epic skill papers, I can go ahead and insert them in and then fuse this so I can use this epic skill book for one of my 4-star epic units that I currently have saved up here. So really, really cool at that. And like I said before, if I wanted to come down and maybe take that epic skill book plus some other ones that I'm going to be saving up, I got 4 right now, 1 more, and I'm going to be able to get a legendary skill book essentially a 5-star skill up for whatever legendary monster you're focusing on. So really, really cool feature. Again, I don't see anything like that in any other game that I played. So the opportunity to basically take the time to grind it out, get the resources to get these is really, really cool. Now, you're probably wondering, where do we get those? Now, I cannot really show you right now because it's not an option, but basically, once you guys are grinding these stages out or grinding these quests out, every so often there's going to be a pirate that's going to be jumping at you on the stage here. And so when you click on them, you're going to have the chance to take them on, which is relatively easy. It's not really too over challenging, but the value that you get from it, the pieces that you need, the fragments that you need to go ahead and create these skill books, in addition to a ton of XP for some of the units that you're leveling up, is going to be really worth your time. Now, just keep in mind that if you do check it out, they're going to be up for just a limited amount of time. I believe it is an hour, but either way, when you see it up, you stop what you're doing and go ahead and click on it. Honestly, guys, the 5 things that we just talked about here is super, super good. And like I said before, I'm just touching the brim of this game. There's so many things that I want to talk about, but I don't want to hit you with everything at the first part of this video. So how do we finish off a video? And the only way to do it with Hero Collector games, we got to do some summons. Now, like I said before, when it comes to the animation, the gameplay, the detail that Gamevil has put into this game from the start to the finish is really, really cool. I'm actually going to take the time to showcase a little bit of gameplay right now that I really, really enjoy watching, because honestly, guys, even though I will set this up for infinite auto, like, I will take the time to watch these animations in slow-mo, so because I just think that they look super, super cool. You can see a lot of personality into this. You can see a lot of creativity that was put into this by the developer. So without question, this is one of the most beautifully done games I've seen in a very, very long time. Now, it looks like I got an option to do this free one here. We'll see what we get. Now, this is pretty standard. Blue is going to be rare, purple is going to be epic, and then your 5-star unit is going to be your legendary, right? It's going to be the yellow, right? So now this is the blue. We already saw the animation, but I'm going to go through this one real quick, and then for the rest of them here, we'll just kind of skip through it so we can see it now. Flare Bella, I have not got a chance to check it out, but when it comes to 3-star units out there, I believe Stella and Sally are going to be ones that you want to focus on. So if you get those, definitely hold on to them. And I believe, like I said, if you're not fortunate enough to get them, I believe some of them are going to be available in the Affinity system. This one here is from one of our tickets. Now, I would love to get something other than a rare one here. Crusader Janet looks good. Look, it's like going to be a tank. So yeah. Obviously, I'm not really too focused on it because even though I could level it up, I'm looking to see if I can get myself Owen. That's the 4-star tank that I'm looking at right now. He's actually pretty legit. And I believe, if I recall correctly, out of all the legendary units that are out there in the game, there is only one 5-star legendary unit by the name of Fahrenheit that's a tank. So out of all the options that you have that are pretty free to play friendly, Owen is a really good option for you guys if you're looking for a good tank. Now, Heavenly Yuhua, I don't know how you pronounce that, but I gotta give it to her. She looks pretty cool. Hopefully she's good as she looks, right? We'll have to test her out down the road. Now, for those of you guys that are probably wondering right now, the one thing that's going to surprise you if you have not played this game, or maybe you play this game, you're like, wait a minute, Childish, why haven't you talked about it? It's the reroll system. Now, I'm going to really take a second to talk about this because I know that you guys are probably surprised as to why I didn't talk about it. Now, the latest and greatest games that are coming out there all have this new reroll system where you essentially take the time to do a couple of quests or kind of move through the quest line and get yourself an opportunity to summon a couple of units. This one here, you're going to have about 3 to 4 summons free, and then you're going to have an option, or you're going to have a 10+1, and then another option to do a 30 selective summon, right? And this game is super, super good when it comes to balancing the specific 3-star and 4-star, 5-star units you can collect. Even though you have the opportunity to get yourself some 5-star legendary units, there's actually some really, really good 3-star, 4-stars that you can collect, and honestly, even though you can focus on it, you don't have to like go back over and over and over again to get, you know, the perfect pool of 3 legendary units. You can literally get by with most of the units that we get early on in the game here. So now let's go ahead and do another one here. I think we got one more summon, and then we have the 10+1. Let's see if we get a legendary. Oh my god, we did not get. So either way, it's all good. Veteran Janet, which I think was one that we already got. Now we're going to test our luck here. Once again, I have the resources to do this 10+1, but this is not something that I encourage you to do when you first get started. You know, take advantage of the summons that you get from the first going, and you know, honestly, if you can take the time to take some of those extra 1 star, 2 stars, or even 3 stars that you collect along the way, take them into the fusion and just get yourself some next tier Elunes so that you can go ahead and level those up and take full advantage of those. Now, let's see if we get lucky. We'll make an intro video to this game. Give us the legendary that we want. Now, we currently have McCarthy and we have Freya, so we got super lucky. Ooh, dude, I got the best luck ever, bro. Best luck ever. I kid you not. The beginning of every single gacha game that I put on this channel, I always get a legendary. Now, we actually have a chance to get multiple legendaries. Are we gonna do it? No, we just get one. So we got McCarthy and Freya. Now, Freya is one of the best healers, if not the best healer in the game. And we also have McCarthy. He's a really, really good AoE damaged unit that I'm using to level up my fodder. Now, let's go ahead and click it out. Let's see. I think the last one's going to be, second to last is going to be the epic. And then we're going to have that legendary here. I'm hoping that we get ourselves a new one. Now, Sedna, I do not have this one, but it is another damage healer. So we'll go ahead and check her out and see if she's any good. We'll have to take a look here. Now, the cool thing about the legendary is they actually have like a cool super quote, something that's kind of like unique to them, kind of showcasing a little bit of their personality. So I'll be able to tell right away if it's Freya or McCarthy. I don't know all of them, but if it's one of those two, then I'm going to be pretty sad here. So, okay. Now, I'm not really sure how you guys would rate Arslan. I believe he's a really, really good PvP unit, but I'm going to have to take a look at him. It is a new Nat 5, so I'm pretty excited about that. Now, you guys are probably wondering, wait a second, you just started this game and you already got 3 Nat 5s? What's going on here? Yes, the rates are a little bit better in this game, but I kid you not, guys, regardless if it's a 3-star, 4-star, or 5-star, there is a really, really good balance when it comes to these units that you don't have to, like, focus on getting every single Nat 5 of the game. You can get it done with a lot of great units, and you're going to be surprised as to see where it's not just some of my videos, but some of the videos that are going to be coming around from the community. There's going to be a lot of great free-to-play compositions that you're going to be taking on that you can take advantage of in order to get yourself past those tough stages. Now, once again, guys, I want to give a huge shout out to all of you that have stuck through this video. There is so much stuff to talk about, but like I said before, I just wanted to talk about the 5 big things that really have kept me hooked to this game over the past week. The time management, the focus on the class types, we got the fusions, we got the affinity system, and last but not least, we got the labs. If you guys enjoy this game, let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Please give me a thumbs up, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Take care.